episode 132 with special guest Hesse.
What's up? A fan favorite. I don't think we've had as much positive feedback from a guest that I've seen than when you were last on.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say a fan of
I'm
ours.
honored.
Yeah, it was the first guest that we had a positive reception about. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
I was gonna say we've never had a guest that people liked on.
Yeah.
It's either Charlie Kirk or Jesse Signal or
Yeah.
we
Katie
keep getting
Herzog.
Every time we have Andrew on, he just gets a bunch of death threats.
Yeah.
People hate him so
Reese.
much.
Yeah, we had Glinner and Jesse Single on doing the one chip challenge.
it wasn't a successful episode, but it was a very sexy episode.
Yeah, stupid Glinner
Oh, I
thought
can
we meant a
imagine.
spicy like French fry chip. Idiot. Typical British
Us
guy.
and Glinner didn't really see eye to eye due to his condition. You have to turn your head to the side 45 degrees,
Yeah.
or else it's kind of awkward.
He has
What?
predator.
What?
He has prey eyes where he sees on both sides of his face going straight out like
Yeah.
like a chameleon.
Fuck.
You need that in the bathroom these days.
Yeah, you need to.
That's
Well,
his
that's true.
transvestigation.
He's gotta be
eye.
careful.
It looks all over. With
Yeah.
I can see through walls.
I saw
can
the
see
most
through stalls.
insane transvestigation post I've ever seen the other day. It was Simon Woods, one of the classics.
Mhm.
And he said that Robert Wadlow, the tallest man of all time, was FTM.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh, look at the
you didn't know
hits.
that?
And it seems unlikely that would be.
Simon Woods and Bevy's falling out has been earth-shattering to me.
Yeah,
When-
Bevy can't handle any sort of pushback. She just assumes that you're one of them now.
yeah, and Bevy's the queen bee. They all use her diagrams. They all use all of her shit. Did you we on Seeking Derangements we found out a huge bombshell that Bevy was a diehard Bernie bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my
well,
God.
of course that makes sense.
Something
And then
snapped.
snapped. Yeah.
typical Bernie bro.
I thought Bernie was transphobic. When I heard he wasn't, it was over for me.
Yeah. She's
That's
like
insane.
when I found out the truth about Bernie, I was so crushed in one of her posts. And it's like, oh, the truth that Bernie is FTM is the truth that she's referring
Well, I've
to.
seen him walking up and down stairs, so I think we can confirm that.
Yep. Did you see
His
how Bernie
Q
was sitting with those
angles.
Yeah.
mittens?
Yeah. Q
Yep.
angles completely off.
Ever wonder why Donald Trump falls down the stairs, Joe Biden falls down the stairs? These guys, they don't want us to take pictures of them. They don't want us to get the
Oh.
angles of their legs.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't want to go down the stairs normally because it would out them. It would
They're
expose
tricking
them.
us.
They have to fall every time or they're going to get caught.
Fuck.
That's a good point. Wow.
I
think
love
we-
the transvestigators. They're so cool.
There was
Yeah, they seem like they have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
We had a YouTube
The amount of
sent to
hand
us.
signals.
Or
Or
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, we had a YouTube sent to us on our Patreon request video, and it's more like transracial investigations, where it's these like they're trying to say that like Muhammad Ali was actually like a different white guy, and that Ice Cube's a different white guy, and a lot of it's
That's
like
weird.
or it'll just be like I'm looking at one now. It's Ice-T is also Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, wow. They
That's
reuse
such-
guys.
Yeah.
That's such a
that's
cool
actually a true
conspiracy.
one. We saw him live at To the Season. He did I Like Big Butts.
He forgot
He
which
actually
one
he
he
did
was.
I Like Big Boobs about his wife Coco.
Holy shit!
Wow, that's amazing.
There's one right here where the video's titled "Michael Jordan is not black," and it's a picture of Michael Jordan next to, I believe it's Assad. Let me click through here.
See, that's about as ridiculous as saying Robert Wadlow, the tallest person of all time, was born female. The best basketball player of all time is actually white. How could that
Yeah.
be true?
Yeah,
Why would
and
that
the
be
best,
true?
The best comedian is wait, and the best rapper's white. The best
They're
Best
trying to
tallest
hide
golfer.
basketball player is Chinese, and the most
Mhm.
powerful men in the world are Bush, Dick, and Colin.
Well, the best comedian's Jeff Dunham. And Jeff Dunham is
Well-
all races at once, as we know through his puppetry.
True.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
I call them Bush, Pussy, and Colon because they're all inverted. But you don't have to change Bush or
I
Colon.
haven't checked in on any of Jeff Dunham's new material. I haven't listened to any pods or anything with him on it lately, but I bet his shit right now is just so prime, so awesome.
Oh, he was just on Rogan, and it was like
Oh,
it was like
why?
the
Is that-
old boys club was back together. No, it's not true. It's not
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He has some pretty weird
It's
guests
believable
on
because
It would be
Rogan's
there. Weird
such
in
a-
the sense that there's no reason to have them on.
so funny to do to get a puppet guy on a podcast.
Can you do your little skit for me?
Oh my god.
I hate puppets.
For the viewers at home, the puppet is a racially insensitive Chinese puppet for this sketch. Go ahead, Jeff, and talk to your friend.
He just talks in the most offensive accent of all time. Like, okay, I can imagine what the puppet looks like.
He doesn't know there's a,
Well, I'm glad.
he doesn't know there's a
they included
stream
that.
too. He's just sitting there with no puppet, just doing the accent. He's like, yeah, I forgot it.
That's what radio plays used to be like in like the 1920s. You would turn it on, and it would be like, okay, so imagine a really racist caricature of a Chinese guy. Just picture it in your
Okay, I'm
mind's
closing my
eye, and then
eyes.
it would be
My eyes.
Mickey Rooney doing the voice.
Ooh.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
people had to get really creative.
That's kind of like episode 1, honestly. They're like radio
Yeah,
plays,
where
guys.
it's just racist
Yeah,
characters,
just racist white boys. Like,
all played by Charles.
I keep messaging them. You guys should do an episode where you're black guys, where you're Chinese guys, where you're Jewish, and they won't respond to me. I don't know. It's weird. I keep saying
Branson-
I'm gonna get Michael to yell at you.
Are you in the
I
Discord?
emailed Branson, Mary Kate, and Ashley Jolson, and they didn't respond to me. I think that'd be good.
No, I got banned from the E1 Discord
Oh wow, for
What'd
what?
you do? For what'd you do?
for trolling. I was trolling everybody.
You can't. You are just always trolling.
No, I didn't actually get banned from there.
I know you didn't. You got banned from
I would
other
never-
places though.
Yeah, I would never troll a website like that. Yeah, I got banned from the Dimension, which is
What?
kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. So just to
The
recap
dimension.
a little bit, it's this old forum that Deadly Outlaw. We all know Deadly Outlaw, one of our ops,
Rest in peace.
the horrible food reviewer who died.
Yeah, he died.
One
He
of my
passed away
favorites.
recently.
We found his old forum that he used to run in like 2003 to 2007, where he would do anime role plays, and he talked about how he was like 25 at the time, and he talked about I'm going on vacation with my parents, and I get to go in my room and just play video games, and they ignore them the whole time, and like totally unself-aware and all this crazy shit. And he got mad that Tom looked at it on our stream, and then I
Like
forget
going
even
through
what
his
happened.
Journal on stream. But like
I made
better.
I made an account on there because you can register on this forum. It's still up for some reason, even though no one's posted in 15 years. And I made an account and I said like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Just as a joke. And then apparently someone, this is what I understand. Someone logged into the Deadly Outlaw account as him. I don't know if it was him or someone else, but it was logged into the Deadly Outlaw account, and they made me a mod. So I changed it to an Island Boys fan site.
Naturally.
And renamed all the boards and stuff. And I guess what happened was he somehow got in contact with one of the old admins of the board, or like the guy who co-adminned it with him like 15 years ago,
Crazy.
and then had that guy get on and start going through and deleting all the posts. And I tried to log on to it, and I was banned. And I was like, what?
I like to imagine that guy too, like reading it on his phone, like, why does this fucking guy message me on Facebook? And he opens it, and it's like Outlaw's message, like, okay, honey, I'll be right back. He fucking gets up from the couch with his wife to go fucking unlock the dimension.
It's one of the most insane things ever.
Dimension.
Like a 15-year gap. This old anime forum from 15 years ago. And then he had to call this admin and say, "You need to get on that and delete all this stuff." And then the
Well-
craziest part of it is they don't just wipe the whole thing. Like, why would you want your old forum posts
Well, that's
regardless? Just
that's
delete
the
the whole
craziest
thing.
thing. Because they should wipe it. Because one of the reasons he got very mad at me.
The baby thing.
No, this is even worse. The baby thing is on a
Okay.
different. That's on it. That's on a whole nother forum where he's posting baby spells.
Yeah, apparently he logged into that one too.
And
Presumably it's him, but we do know that his password got leaked in the Adult Friend Finder leaks in 2010. And he didn't change it anywhere. We do know that, but it's hard to say what
on
happened.
the Dimension folder or forum, on the Dimension forum, him and his friend Nick, quote unquote, whose real name is Brian, are on there posting about like thinking 12-year-old girls are sexy and like ranking like girls by like
my
consent
God.
age and stuff. There and like it's just creep after creepy after creepy perverted.
Very heavy on like the pedo bear, pedo van, free candy
He
van, all
literally
that
has
shit.
multiple posts where he's like, "I am a pedophile. I am a pedophile." Now, I hope nobody
God.
clip that, take that out of context. But again, but it's like you would think they'd want access to it and just wipe it all. Gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No
I don't
one
want.
would ever
I don't even want my
record it.
post from like 2 years ago to be online.
No.
Because like no old posts are good. 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The older
when
they are,
my-
the worse it is.
When my first account got banned, I was happy because it's like all my posts from like 2010 where I was just like, damn, drinking beer, this is dope, are all gone. So no one can retweet those ironically.
Fucked up right
Party
now.
Rock Anthem is dope.
Rick and Morty, check it out.
I like the ones that
Damn,
I
I
find.
hate work.
I can't. It still works if you do filter verify, but I used to love finding like news anchors old posts from like college because they're all like 10-year-old posts. And the one guy that was like drinking and driving right now pulled over on the side of the highway. How gangsta is that? Fucking dying. Just bragging about your drinking and driving on your professional verified account.
Wasn't there a guy who got pissed at you for letting him know that he had like a tweet with the N-word from 14
He
years
was a
ago?
sports guy, and I DM'd him because I'd seen one of his posts before, and we had like mutuals that were other sports like journalist guys, and I was like, "Hey man, I was looking for blue check marks with real bad posts, and yours came up," and just like linked it to him, and he goes, "No, I'm not going down like that. Go fuck yourself," and he just blocked me, and the tweet was still there. I was like, "What?
Yeah, if you delete the post.
Do you think I edited it or something?"
Yeah, it's the exact same thing as the dimension where you should just delete it. You want that shit
Yeah,
gone. It doesn't
really
matter
happened to
who
that guy
found
is-
it. Just get rid of it.
He woke up all blustery in the morning and like looked at his phone and that was like in there and he's like, "What the fuck?" And it scared him and he just blocked it forever and thought it was a dream.
Yeah.
My first tweet was mildly racist. Actually, I remember what it was. It was when I was in college in like 2010, and I was like living in this house with like 4 of my buddies, and we were just getting drunk and high and playing Tiger Woods all day. And it was the Women's World Cup going on, and we were watching it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a Twitter." And my first tweet was like, the Japanese women's players, they're yelling and sounds like dolphins or something like that. So
That's like racist, like how a grandma's like obliviously racist.
Yeah.
But no, you're actually sexist because you're like, "Man, this women's soccer is so boring. I'm gonna make a Twitter."
Yeah.
You know,
There's one.
Pretty cool though.
Thank God there are way more offensive things to say about women's sports these days.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of that still. And I apologize to all women for that one.
Well,
Yeah.
I
accept
apologize
your
to all
apology.
Japanese women.
Apology accepted.
Hey.
As a Japanese woman myself, apology
Asian women are
accepted.
OP. I've been saying it to myself all
I've
week.
heard that.
I can say
That guy's fucking bio, dude.
Women are OP.
Asian women are OP. I can't stop saying
They're
it.
overpowered.
They need to be nerfed.
Wait, what is that? Is that did a guy say that? Who's that?
It was this guy that was like I can't remember who he's replying to, but it was just like this right wing guy, and he's like, "Oklahoma's the greatest place on earth. I've been to every state in the nation, and nothing tops the Big O." Then he's like, "Christian convert, proud veteran, and something like Christian gamer or something." And then at the end it said, "Asian women are OP."
That's so cool.
What was that?
I love the libertarians.
Yeah, the Facebook group, Libertarians with Asian
Yeah,
wives.
libertarians with Asian wives.
So-
Yeah,
Such a tight-knit community.
libertarian guys with Asian wives. So cool.
I think
They
that
have,
guy
like-
just meant he
They
was
have
looking
merch
at
and
porn
shit.
though.
Imagine. What'd you say, Alex?
Because
Yeah,
if
oh my
you
God.
just say Asian women, it's like Asian women in general, and I doubt that guy is like picking up women left and right. He's like, "Oh, I date Asian
No,
women
I
all the
messaged-
time."
I
I don't
messaged
know.
him and
I think he's just looking at
Are you
pictures.
No, I
serious?
messaged him. He said Uzbek. He said Turkic women all the way to the middle of Istanbul to the European border. He said all Asian
Afghan women. Yeah.
He said expats. They've been to Asia in the
Russia
past
and
5
anything
years.
that was behind the Iron Curtain.
Yep.
That all qualifies.
Yep.
Yeah.
It used to be part of the Soviet Union, which was partially in Asia, so it was part of Asia.
So stupid.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Absolutely.
So
No,
cool.
I think he's pulling. He's got Christian gamer in the bio. I mean, women love that.
Yeah.
They
Well, the
can't
poor
stick
guy-
around
Melanie
that.
Mac.
The poor-
Yeah, look at all the Melanie Mac guys.
Look how happy she is with
I
all
don't
of them.
understand him though. He said that Oklahoma is the greatest place in the world, yet he loves Asian women. You'd think he'd live near a coast or something.
Yeah, go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Didn't he go to... That's how you know he wasn't in Hawaii. He didn't go to Hawaii because he would have gone there and he would have been like, "Wait a minute, it's like 45% Japanese here. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I
Yeah.
have to move here." But
Okay,
his
but-
ass
bonus
was not
point.
going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have Buc-ee's in
That's
Hawaii.
such a good burn. Your ass is not going to
So-
Hawaii. Just saying it to anybody.
This is not going to Hawaii.
Your ass is not going to Hawaii ever.
You don't even care about Asian women being OP.
I went to Hawaii. No one knew you there.
I talked to some Asian women. They said they were balanced.
They said they were balanced. They got nerfed.
They said it was your fault. The devs saw your bio. They saw it as a complaint. So stupid.
Asian women just start having invisible walls everywhere. They just can't go into certain places. No, you got nerfed.
They're OP.
You guys got nerfed. Some guy said you were OP.
You got a skybox now.
So stupid.
Why is my jump height lower? Oh my God, fuck, I got nerfed.
Fuck.
I used to be 6'2", and then I got nerfed.
Damn.
That's
You,
unfair.
Alex?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. I don't know. It was probably the Lord. It was probably Yahweh.
That
I hated
bastard.
it. That was the patch where I got rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, that's, we were all so rude to Yahweh in those couple years. We had golden calves all over the place.
I've said that before. I said that before that I would have been a fucking insane athlete and then I'd have too much money and I'd become just an asshole. And that's why that was going to be the name of my bio. God nerfed me.
Nerfed me.
That's what happens to every guy who was going to be a football star, but he tore his ACL. God knew that he would have gotten CTE and killed his whole family. So he had to stop him.
That's always what I'm avoiding.
He would have been Aaron Hernandez. God had to stop him.
I knew they had injuries in my future. That's why I didn't even go pro in anything. At all.
Yeah, me too.
God, I knew I was gonna go Chris Benoit. I had to rein it in.
I still feel it to this day. I still feel
Every
it
day.
in my soul, in my heart. Yeah.
That's why I wear a helmet inside.
Despite pro athletes now being like, I don't even know what percentage of like NFL players are kids of former NFL players, but I know it's pretty high. And like development for this shit starts now, like as soon as you can walk, essentially. But it's so fun to be like a typical American guy that has in the back of your head until you're 30 years old. Basically, they're like, yeah, I could still make it. I could still make it in the pro leagues if they needed me in some sport.
One of my favorite recent tweets was that tweet that was it was like a baby playing football, and it was like #1 ranked 5-year-old in the country. Like, that's such a funny phrase. #1 ranked 5-year-old.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just that you're bigger than the other kids.
He was a 5-year-old playing basketball, and he was going up against third graders. He was dominating. I'm on top of this. I'm a
Was he
scout.
just taller than them?
Yeah.
No, he was smaller than them.
He was smaller.
Wow.
Believe it or not, third graders are also not good at basketball.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to get to like 7th grade before you have anyone who knows the rules.
Yeah.
It isn't just like when can I get done with this and go have a juice box?
Tom, you're a scout for like the 5 to 8 year olds playing basketball, and you look over at the game and Matt Walsh is just there alone.
Hey, who are you working for?
Hey.
Just checking their genders.
That's a
I'm
locker
here
room
to check
attendant.
genders.
You have to tip him. You have to show him your tip and then tip him. It sucks.
Oh, I would hate that. Somebody
Penis
who's
inspection
the
day
perverts
sucked.
volunteering for that shit too in those pervert school districts? I would
Matt
be penis
Walsh,
inspector. Yeah,
Jesse
sure.
Singal, all those guys. All right, everyone. I know this is gonna suck, but I guess I'll be the bathroom attendant for all these schools. I can drive around. I hate this.
Calling himself
going
calling himself a PI.
I'll quit my job. I'll do this.
I'm the PEPI.
I have to drive 2 hours to get to the school district, but that's okay. I'm fine.
When I was growing up, we would just have the gym coach inspect everybody's penis.
Yeah.
I don't know what all this hullabaloo is for these days.
I went to Catholic school, so the priests did it.
Yeah, same.
I was
Oh, that's
homeschooled,
good.
but no one did it. Not gonna make a joke like that.
I had to do my own. It sucked.
I checked my own. It was there. I was very self-sufficient. Checked my own penis all the time.
No, I got it, Mom. I'm good.
I was Catholic though, so I had to go way out to the woods to do it.
Mom, I can't play sports with my sister. I checked. I can't.
Oh, that's the ultimate excuse for getting caught beating off. You said, no, I was doing homeschool penis inspection day.
I was checking it.
No, I was just scratching it too.
I was scratching it and then I was washing it and then something came out on my computer and I got a virus.
I sprained it.
When I was in high school, it was like after volleyball practice, and there was like this gym teacher that would like go jogging in the gym sometimes, like after school. It was kind of weird because we were doing practice, but we were like changing afterwards, and I guess he like showered in the school like gym shower or whatever, and like walked out nude as we were changing. And
Probably cool.
Our takeaway was like, wow, this guy must be gay.
So good.
So cool. That happened to me with when I was on the football team in high school, believe it or not. And one of our coaches was like 105 years old, and he would like randomly took a shower with us at an away game one
right.
time. We were in like Canada or something, because we could only play against Canadian teams for some weird reason.
The ball's
like,
bigger.
And yeah, it was some. I think because we had like 7th graders on the team.
Oh, weird.
Well, you were in
and-
Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
So it's right
And,
over the border.
It's right over the border, yeah. So, but this coach who's like 100 was just like, we're just changing after the game in the locker room, and this guy walks out of the showers, and his balls are literally like dragging on the ground. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was they're so low to the ground. It was truly shocking.
Your coach should have showered with the other teams you were playing, and then they play really badly.
Yeah.
That's the strat.
Shouldn't there be some sort of surgery to pick those up?
But there's got to be something
just
you
make
can
little
just
balls
take.
for 'em.
They should just take them off at that point. What are they What are you using them for?
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
those have all gone rotten, all those sperms.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Well, that's not
dried
true.
up.
The sperms are still good in there.
Yeah, I don't know. That is
Listen,
fucked up.
Maybe you,
That's,
maybe you can get the skin crimped so like accordions. Like, sort of like
Yeah.
bounces up
it
and
is
down.
so fucked up that like, a 90-year-old man has viable sperm sometimes. It shouldn't
Yeah.
happen. Why did God allow that to happen?
Well, viable is also a loose term when you're talking about 90-year-old man sperm. I feel like it.
Oh no,
At
it's
that
viable.
point, you
I
need
tested it.
assistance, I think.
You run into a lot of problems too with the offspring. I
Oh, you
feel.
do. You do.
It's
That's
more. Yeah.
that's your increased rate of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the fun thing they used to do would be like blame women, being like, "Oh, women, if you're like 35, you're going to like you have a higher chance of having kids with autism." And then they recently found out that it's like, "Oh, no, it's cuz like there's all these men that are having babies
Bro.
at like 65 and 70."
If you get pregnant from a
It's
guy
like,
that's like
okay.
98 years old, that baby's gonna come out and like it's gonna go to cry and go, yes. It's already
That's
gonna
what
be
caused
so
Chris
old.
Chan.
Al Pacino's kid.
Chris Chan's dad was like 110 years old.
Oh, you posted stuff on the internet.
All hunched over. Like, how is this guy born in 1910 and he's your dad? This makes no sense.
So crazy.
Speaking of seeing your teacher's like genitals at school, I didn't actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's get into it.
Well, no, I just thought of I just remembered like a funny like thing from high school, like a funny story from like our junior year of high school. We got this new like science teacher, and he was like, you know, normal average guy, a little bit of a gut or whatever, you know, not like profoundly ugly or not particularly handsome or whatever. But no matter what kind of pants he wore, his just monster cock it's just like you would just see it there. Like you could just see where, even when it was soft, you would just be like, holy, like. And like I remember like one day like his like we found out that he was dating somebody's older sister who was like fucking hot, and we were like talking about, we're like, all right, we all know that this guy is like, you guys have seen that, like noticed that, right? And everyone's like, dude, it's fucking crazy. Like every single kid in the class was like, when I think it was like he was out of the room or something like that, and we were all just like, that thing is enormous. He's got to do something about that.
He's gonna do something about that.
File it down.
Just buy a better
He's gonna
pair of
roll it up
pants.
like a hose.
Like it was
Wrap
like,
it around his
it
waist
was
like a belt.
Gray sweatpants challenge for him every single day, and like it's
Well,
just,
maybe he's putting on a show.
maybe I don't know. Maybe he's a sicko.
putting on a show.
But like, yeah,
Telling the
there's just-
principal that the teacher's penis is too big.
it's like,
I'm
Giving
telling.
him a demerit for
we
that.
can't stop marveling. Like, the whole
I can't
class-
focus in class. My teacher's penis is too big.
That teacher with the huge fake tits, that she got in trouble, and then nothing happened to that guy.
That was a right wing guy. That was
Yeah,
a
that
right wing
was-
guy
Oh,
who
yeah,
was
that-
doing
that
like
was
a
like
bit,
a-
I think.
That was
Yeah.
someone doing like an epic protest, basically, like a loser.
Yeah. So cool.
That's a good use of time.
And
Yeah,
the
that is
only
like,
thing,
how is that a prank on anyone but you?
yeah, the only thing he got for it was like me and all my trans friends being like, "Yes, let your
He got
freak
support
flag
from the
fly."
community.
So awesome. I just like to imagine some like big dumb like bully like O'Doyle rules type student that's really transphobic just going home and beating off over the big fake stupid boobs
The
like
big
idiot,
boob
yeah.
teacher.
The big
Well, just
Like those
realizing that
two-
they're fake and then looking up the model number and just pulling up the cart thing for the
beating off to Amazon.
whatever
The SKU
website it is.
number.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pulling up the
man.
SKU and going into the Google images.
Well, it's,
Well,
it's just the
that's-
tit, so it's fine.
There's a freak you guys might not have heard of, and definitely can't watch on the stream because it's very NSFW. But Crystal Dragon, do you know Crystal Dragon?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Crystal Dragon is like is kind of a similar, like she's, I guess, trans, but like her thing is getting huge fake tits and a huge fake ass and
Wait,
like
yes.
going out into
I
like
definitely know this
highways and jacking off.
Manifold was obsessed with this person.
Yeah.
This person's
yeah.
from Michigan, right? If it's what I'm thinking of.
I think so. There's a pretty, I think the most popular video is the one where she's dressed as Velma and she's like, Jinkies! And keeps like, it's probably one of the tamer, it's the tamest
I'm
video
googling
I've
it, and there's
seen, too,
the first result is this video on Pornhub called "Big Sissy Tits in Public."
Yeah.
That sounds
I don't
right.
I don't think she even identifies as a woman. I think she's just like, I'm just a sissy, which is
Those
a
things
totally
are
different-
enormous. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
It's like the
Alright.
people who make the sex dolls with the giant tits that are totally out of proportion, the custom ones you have to order, but they're doing
Yeah.
it to themselves. Like, wait a minute, I could just put these on me.
It'd be really
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get like go down with a ship, like your cruise ship sinks, but you have that doll with you, and that's how you get found, just straddling it.
Yeah.
You have like your 3 dolls with you. You just make a little raft
Yeah, you're
out of
laying
them.
across them.
Well, that's another freak
Fucking one of them when they
update.
find you.
The Vince posted a photo, or he did a video, and in the background you can clearly see under his bed he has one of those like 25 pounds of ass and pussy
Ass
things.
and pussy, yeah.
It's just only
Oh
the
my
ass and
God.
pussy. But yeah, I don't think he meant to show that. Yeah, he was like laying on the floor playing PlayStation in a video he uploaded,
God.
and you can see it peeking out, and it's clear what it is, and some of the text is
Yeah,
visible.
somebody in our
And it's a-
Discord found it so quick.
Yeah, it's like a Danny Daniels ass and pussy simulator thing.
Realistic.
That
But
is some of the hardest I've laughed in recent memory was his Buzz Lightyear tangent at Amber's funeral. He was just
When
started
he's
going-
talking
Took her to
about
the movie theater.
he's naming all the features on a Buzz Lightyear doll. It's just like there's a laser, and then you got the wings. You press a button, the wings come out.
Meow.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She loved
At
Toy
the-
Story because she's a toy.
At the funeral for his wife he killed, he's listing off Buzz Lightyear features.
fill that time.
It's so funny that he switched to just the pussy and ass.
Yeah, because now he doesn't have to carry around this fucking huge ass doll.
It's
80-pound
easier to
doll.
take to
I
the
just hope he
bowling
doesn't
alley.
bring that.
It's just
Bringing that to the movie theater,
wheeled
it's like
around
in a purse.
wheelchair.
And now he gets to hide it from Brad. Like Brad can't find it as easily when he goes to work.
Oh man.
Pushing around just the ass and pussy part in the wheelchair, and then saying, "Yeah, she's an amputee. she got her legs cut off, and then also everything above the waist and her head."
Just needs a quadriplegic.
He's
She's
still alive, and I
disabled.
love her. This is my
I
love.
love my Danny Daniels. I love my Danny Daniels.
Her name's Danny Daniels.
I hope he does that.
Her.
I hope he refers to it like it's a real person, like Amber.
Do you think he learned his lesson and is using lube on this one?
I hope so.
It
Yeah.
said it comes with lube. It says lube kit on it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Because he didn't use
Oh, it's all
lube
pump.
on Amber
Oh, it's
for
all
2
pump.
Yeah,
years.
and it melted her.
Crazy.
There's puss
It
all
didn't-
over.
the lube melted her. It melted his dick off. Like that's what happened when he.
Yeah, he's fully circumcised all the way back.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
There's puss all over.
It's like a dog penis.
Yeah.
He has a red
Oh,
rocket now.
Vince for sure has a dog penis. That's one of my favorite things. If there's somebody I don't like, I like to say they have a different animal's penis. And my favorite go-tos are like Elon Musk has a coiled penis like a duck.
I was about to say a duck.
Yeah, a
penis.
duck or a pig. Go ahead and look at it. Google a pig penis. Elon's looks just like that, I heard.
That was kind of true of Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein had like they said it looked like hamburger meat.
I would
think
love
one
to see
was.
what that looked like.
Jeffrey Epstein had the egg-shaped one, which is also
Yeah,
cool.
Epstein had the egg.
Yeah, like why perverts actually do have like fucked up animal penises. It's actually
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I think with Harvey too, it's like he just abused that thing. I don't want to say his name, but there's that guy on Twitter that jacked off too much and he broke his dick, and now his dick
I'll
won't
say
get
it.
hard.
Patrick Dorian.
Wait.
Yeah, there it is.
Andrew R15.
yeah, another one.
Through R15, I love that guy.
He snapped something in his penis, and now he can't get hard, have sex, jack off, do anything.
Snapped like it was like instant, like he heard it.
Probably.
snap
I don't know.
or-
Well, he had several different surgeries to try to fix it and couldn't.
Take one of those big, thick carrots from the farmer's market and put it inside of a sock, and then run past a corner of a counter really fast with it right hanging in front of you.
God.
That reminded me.
No, that's not how it happened. I have no idea. But I like to.
There's
When you hear that snap, that's how you know.
there is an Andrew R15 post that I thought I wanted to get Hess's insight on. So this is back from May, and
please.
he said, "I'm pretty sure gay men prefer to eat inside. They don't like nature very much." I don't know. I think gay men like patios.
So cool.
How soon we forget Brokeback Mountain. That used to be the one reference point for homophobes. They don't even remember it now.
Yeah, gay men love a picnic. They love going outside. They love, pretty much all Westerns, pretty much all. It just depends on where they are, Gay men love going to Fire Island, and P-Town, and yeah, they love eating outside.
Traditionally, the home is the domain of the woman, and the outside world is the domain of the man.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
One of my favorite tweets I ever saw that was somebody that was being obliviously privileged and racist sounding was someone who was I know a lot of people talk crap about the Hamptons, but I love bringing my family out to Fire Island. The kids can leave their bikes outside here and they're not going to get stolen in 20 minutes. I'm like, damn, that is just all white people, the rich people there. It was so crazy. I love that. And she's the type of person who'd turn around right away and quote tweet Felix to criticize something he said about something, and it's okay. Okay.
Maybe
lady.
lock up your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe buy your kids worse bikes.
Oh,
Won't get
that's an
stolen
idea.
so much.
Also, I would not leave my bike out on Fire Island. There's too many treacherous homosexuals. You don't know what they're gonna do with the bike. They could
True.
hump it. They're gonna do something with it. Give it.
They returned it,
poppers.
but with the seat taken off.
They're
That's
treating
what
them like the
that's what I
village
would do
bike.
if I was a homophobic guy and they stole my bike. So they brought it back with the seat taken off.
I left the seat on so that they wouldn't take it.
Run around town telling everybody that. Yeah, I got the bike back, but the seat's gone.
Had my car stolen at Fire Island. There was poop on the stick shift.
It'd be like a joke Norm is trying to get in for 20 minutes during a Larry King interview. The homosexual stole my bike and I got it back and the seat was missing.
It sounds like Roseanne. That's her new
Dude, when
comedy
he's talking
special,
about-
Fire Island. Live at Fire Island, Roseanne
When
Barr.
Larry King asked Norm if it's hard to write from Roseanne's point of view for some product he's doing, he's like, no, you just got to get into your mindset. You got to think feminine. You got to think fat, of course. So great. And now he actually knew that she was bad. That's why he said it, not because they were friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
bad.
based.
He knew already.
He was leftist. He was
Yeah,
leftist.
on his deathbed, he said he actually isn't apolitical. He's leftist.
She still has me
Yeah,
blocked.
This is his last words.
Well, yeah, of course he's dead. He's not going to be able to undo it.
No, she
He
does.
might.
Oh, okay.
No, not Norm Macdonald. He
I was
doesn't have me
wondering
blocked.
why Norm would block you, but you have a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
was like,
weird
what-
ones. So
No, I like Norm.
yeah.
But I
Doesn't
was-
mean he wouldn't block you.
I was trying to pull up her tweet where she's talking about the Jason Aldean song, She's quote tweeting Sheryl Crow, and she says, next song should be about virtue signaling white women freaking out over a country song while blasting gangster rap in their luxury SUVs as they drop their kids off at schools where furry children shit in litter boxes.
Fuck. We live in a hell world.
I can't believe that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
They're going to be talking about the litter boxes forever. That's a new urban legend.
That's what I love too. How many of these people that are like, these fucking, these kids think they're animals and they're at school shit in litter box, which like none of that shit's true. It's all been debunked over and over and over, but it's just
They scoop kids' eyes out when they're say they're trans when they're 1 year old. They'll scoop your eyes out.
You know what? I do.
so awesome.
I will say the kitty litter stuff is true as the bathroom monitor for Middle East High. I did have to install a kitty litter box.
Penis inspector / pooper scooper. That's my job.
So it's actually true for my school, but I can't pass judgment on any other school.
Yeah, Tom's like, well, I live in a very liberal area, so that's probably why. Don't want to pass any judgment.
Remember the guy that was hooting like an owl because the foreman of the site was coming up and he wanted to warn everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Today his thing was saying, well, I'm going to keep hooting. If they call me out on it, I'm just going to say I identify as an owl. And then if they fucking do anything, I'm going to sue.
Yeah.
We're like, hoot.
Oh my god.
Does he actually think that?
If he says that
I
again,
hear
he
so
says he
many
identifies
fucking
as an owl. You should make him uncomfortable and say, "How you want to find out how many licks it takes to get to the center?"
It's awesome to think it's that easy to file a discrimination suit. Like you can leave that day and then you're like, okay, I'm suing because he said something to me, and then you get a settlement right away, and you're not like unemployed for 3 years and paying a lawyer out of pocket.
You don't get a settlement. You take it to court, like Mr. Smith goes to Washington. You take it in front of Congress, and you give a big speech about how he, she, it, they. I don't even know any damn more. And then they slam the gavel and they ban all gay and trans people.
The whole time he's speaking, he's just saying,
There's one thing the courts love, and that's protecting and giving power to trans people, making sure that.
That's right.
Any people
inciting against business
but especially
owners.
the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Courts hate business owners.
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard there was a wild one today. This is at like fucking 6:30 in the morning, and I like heard the middle of this conversation where they're like, women had it so good before the feminist movement, and then the next guy's point was that women shouldn't be allowed to vote, and the reason why they weren't allowed to vote before is because they didn't go to war, and now they have like the best of both worlds because they don't have to go to war, and then they also get to vote. And it was like I walked into a fucking time machine from the 1800s.
Yeah.
How many Canadians have been to war?
I know, right? And like, there's tons of women in the military, right?
Well, you're in Alberta, so they're all just American in their head.
Well, one of my favorite recent tweets was there was like one of the crazy trad cottagecore blue check accounts that I follow was like, if you don't take my word for why women shouldn't have suffrage, take these women from the time, the Women's League for not giving us suffrage, and it's like their reasons still hold up today, and the reasons were like, number one, women are too frail to leave the house and go to the voting place. And it's like shit like that. And it's like, what are you talking? These are horrible reasons. These don't make any sense.
Actually, those are all the reasons I used. I didn't want to vote.
When the original Hillary people back in like 2015, when they get mad when we'd be like, she can't be president. Her tits will get in the way of signing stuff.
Or people would say, what if she's on her period?
This guy follows Chapo.
What if she gets on her period and starts a war? Like she's 68 years old.
What if she gets pregnant and it gets kidnapped? Or maternal instincts.
Yeah, what if she gets pregnant and can't do her duties because she has to be on bed rest? She's like 70.
Yeah.
So awesome. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it really is the arguments they would use in the 1800s. Like, what if she dies in childbirth mid-presidency?
Ah, shit.
What if she gets hysterical? What then?
Well, you gotta get a doctor to calm her down.
What if we accidentally kill her with mercury for no reason? What if we give her a bunch of poison for no reason?
Let's do it. She was supposed to eat the bad sushi in Japan, but George Bush Sr. got it. That's my Brian joke of the day. Brian Nick. Dude, you know what I watched the other morning? There's a
Porn.
Yep.
No.
MTV did this thing in 1994, I believe, where they had tournament qualifiers for it and everything. But they made all these kids dress up in like prison denims and brought them out on the ferry to Alcatraz. And it was Rock on the Rock. And it was a video game competition for Sonic and Knuckles. And it was hosted by Bill Bellamy and Daisy Fuentes. And Daisy, even though she was on AFV like 4 years later, she still like talk like this. All right, let's get to the game. It's so funny. Like she completely lost that accent like 4 years later to be on ABC. Is nuts. But it was only like 22 minutes long. It's edited down pretty good, but that was crazy that they did that. They put so much fucking money into it.
That's the same accent I have when I'm listening to Bad Bunny songs. Oh my God, I'm talking to myself.
Ben's Bad Bunny is so good. When he does it on the pod, it's always a pleasure. And then he apologizes to Puerto Ricans for 10 minutes after.
But that's fine. As long as you apologize for whatever you do afterwards. You can't get mad.
Well, pull him into the call so we can do it.
Knowing my Puerto Rican friends, they're just happy to hear Bad Bunny mentioned. They're real proud.
Yeah. No, I love Bad Bunny. He's terrorist.
I also love that Bad Bunny had to make that one girl change her name from Bad Bunny to whatever the fuck she's called now. Nobody
the
even
Twitch
knows.
girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when she used to get like really drunk and come into our chat and try to talk to us.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's her name now?
No, I literally forgot about her.
I could not tell you.
She changed her name and she lost her branding completely. So
like,
So weird.
Bad Bunny.
It's like how Shoe on Head is replying to Melanie Mack now.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's
like,
been
arguing
right-wing and
or
stuff. No, she's green.
Interesting.
Yeah,
She's
like
right wing.
What? I still don't even know. I'm not even sure
she's
what
always been right wing.
She was like a Bernie
Hold on.
bro, and then I
Incoherent
think
politics from a YouTuber.
she might still nominally be like on the left.
But she's always
The way
every
like
time I
Matt
see her,
Taibbi or
she's-
someone like that is like, oh, I'm a left liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
MAGA communism like
Mag
Jackson
communist,
Hinkle.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Jackson
I just
Hinkle's
miss
my
when she would
alpha-
make those videos for 4chan in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Jackson Hinkle's my my alpha manlet. Go raving with him and suck each other. I loved, man, that guy's so awesome. How he fucking tweets and his mom replies to him and she's like, shaking my head. We didn't raise you this way.
Yeah, that's insane. There's a ceiling for what you can do with that. Just coming up with very bizarre ideologies that openly don't make sense. Like I'm an anarchist monarchist. And then people quote tweet you and say like, that doesn't make sense. And you say, oh, I triggered you. But you can only go so far with that because you can't really get a show with anybody if your ideology changes every 2 weeks. And you're saying more and more insane shit for attention and you can't back up any of it. It's just kind of, it's like uncomfortable to watch.
I think that's why like all these guys like never made it like very long on Fox News or anything. Like I think what's his name? Who's Steven Crowder?
He's so awesome.
I think he never really broke the bank in the mainstream.
You guys
because
heard
he
what
was
his
too, like,
you remember his big life-threatening surgery that he hyped up and shit? You heard what that was for, right?
Yeah.
what was it?
Pectus
Bird
excavatum.
chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his
he's getting
pecs.
his bird chest fixed.
Yeah, he just comes off like the most
It was
insecure
cosmetic
dickhead.
surgery.
He's so cool. He was getting implants. He was getting
Yeah.
top surgery.
Literally.
I'm so proud of him.
Even before the stuff where he was like yelling at his wife to go pick up stuff and like give the dog
Well,
medicine.
let's not yell at a guy for that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Dudes rock.
No, the funniest thing is you can see his 9-month pregnant wife, and he's smoking a cigarette in front of her, and he's like, and if you're not going to do wifely duties while he's sticking his ass out, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, he just
Fuck
seems
outta
like
here.
that guy. You hear him for 10 seconds and he seems like that guy. And that's not gonna, I don't know how well that flies on Fox News. You can only be so ridiculous on
Yeah.
Fox News before you're gonna make 87-year-old women upset a little bit. Like if you're getting crazy guys from the internet who are saying insane shit and screaming.
You have to have a level of professionalism.
Yeah, you got to be like a
on
news
there.
anchor type of guy.
I remember Gutfeld said something in a DM to someone
He's so
about
dope.
like I mean, even he was like, I met that guy once, and he was so weird. He was being so, I forgot what he did specifically, but it was something really funny. Like
Dude, Crowder got bitched by Amy Schumer live on TV. Like that's the bottom. She roasted him.
Crazy.
So goddamn.
They need to bring back Arthur so he can have something else to do.
There should be a Arthur all grown up.
I got a joke about that. That was the last time he had any brain.
Oh,
Yo.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that.
Yep. So that's my Arthur joke.
But why is his wife pregnant then?
Arthur memes piss me off because the people that use Arthur memes, you could tell were kids that were not forced to watch PBS only. Because they're always doing the one where Arthur's pulling his pants up. I'm like, he didn't fuck DW. That's his sister.
Yeah, they don't even know what DW stands for.
Yeah, Dora Winifred, dumb fucks.
Yeah.
If you're wondering.
They don't even know about her imaginary friend Nadine.
I always love the episode where they get stuck in the museum overnight. Is that an episode?
I think
Wasn't it
you're
the
thinking
library?
of Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller.
I was thinking of Night at the
the
Museum
Arthur
too,
episode with
actually.
Ben
I'm thinking of Night at the Museum too. Yeah. The one with Ben Stiller and
The live action Arthur
No,
episode.
Arthur did something that always pissed me off when I was a kid, and that was make characters that were still on the show go away like they're a real actor and they're doing another project and they're only in a couple episodes. It's like Buster had to go travel with his dad. It's like, okay, but he's going to be in every episode still voice acting, but you can't have him around? Okay. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't add to any episode. It's fucking stupid.
Do people follow the plot of Arthur?
No, not
No,
me.
why would they?
Not me.
I remember-
I watch it for the characters, you know. I watch it for the action.
In grade school, up until like 3rd or 4th grade, like they would do these like reading tests you would have to do and like take a test on a book in like the computer lab, and it was like 10 questions, and I took 2 of the tests and they were Arthur books, and I watched the Arthur TV show and I failed both of the tests. And I liked reading, but I just wanted to see. I was like, I wonder if I can pass this.
Alpha. It's like, shit, I don't know.
And I was just like, oh, no. And like they came up to me and were like, oh, you like failed those. Like, we're kind of worried. And I was like, oh, I didn't even read the book. I just watched the cartoon.
We're kind of worried.
I was like in 2nd grade and they're just like, oh, okay.
You're like, it was nothing like that.
We're kind
That
of
was
worried.
wrong.
And your answers are like, Arthur's nose is flat as hell.
DW stands for Dora Winifred. I hope Mr. Burn. I hope the teacher doesn't get married to a man someday.
Mr. Ratburn.
Mr. Ratburn. Yeah, I almost call him Mr.
Yeah, that
Burns,
that
but I'm like,
destroyed
that's from
my
the other-
childhood.
It's from the other leftist show.
Yeah, the other leftist. The
Family
famously
Guy.
leftist show.
Yep, family. Pina.
Beat, I'm Mr. Burn.
Pina.
Stewie Griffin.
Oh ma, are you home from the nuclear power plant?
I'm getting into my voice acting.
Yep, getting my
Well,
voice
we're
acting
all
on
getting into
here.
voice acting. We're all going to get on casting couch and get fucked trying to get voice acting roles.
Like Outlaw.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that site actually called? Is it Casting Couch?
Castingcall.com.
Oh, okay.
Castingcall.couch.
Castingcouch.com.
I thought it was casting couch, I'll be honest.
Castingcall.couch is what it is.
Casting call.
Man, there's
Yeah, there are a lot of new domains.
a post from that Dimension forum that's been fucking just rotating in my brain in like a 3D model for the last week. And I like Kiss. They were a great band. My favorite song was I'm Gonna Live a Lot All Night. Gonna live in rocking night.
I'm gonna live a lot all
I've been singing it to myself at work.
And live in
I'm
rocking
gonna live
night.
a lot all night. Gonna live in rocking night.
And live in rocking
It's just-
night.
The amount of
How do you
like
get
the
that
lack of
wrong?
self-awareness. Like, why even bring it up? Why are you bringing
love
up
that
Kiss
song.
if you can't name your favorite song? You don't know the name
they
of
did
one.
name the favorite song.
God damn.
See the
Gonna
problem.
live a
Outlaw's so
lot
cool.
all night.
So
His
also-
brain like truly fascinates
Outlaw's
me more than
2 favorite
anyone.
songs when he was 25 was the Kiss song he can't remember and Saint Anger.
Yeah, he had a lot of. He was a Saint Anger apologist in his forum days.
I would love to
Why don't
like
people
open
think
up.
this is good?
I would love to open up like the top of his skull so you
Me
get to
too.
like see into his
Sentence
brain,
finished.
and then like sort of like track like some of his like brain cells and everything, and like prick his finger and see how long it takes for like the sensation to like reach his brain and then like come back and like reach his hand.
His
and,
eyes
like,
roll back when he feels it.
and like 5 minutes later, it goes, ow.
Have you ever thrown up for so long that you're only throwing up bile?
Yeah.
And it's just gross, like gray green bile. If you opened up his brain, that's all that's in there. It's a cauldron of that.
It's like the shit that it's in whale skulls. It's in his brain.
I get
It's
to
just
that,
fluid.
It's sloshing around. There's no stem.
I get to that level of puking when I smoke weed with anybody else. Just fucking coughing. End up with a puddle of yellow bile under you. You're like, this fucking blunt is awesome.
They-
Doing the thing where you blow out the bowl, coughing into it, and then put a little bit of bile in the stem.
They just watch the cherry weed go flying, and it's all they brought. You're at like a concert.
It blows away in the wind.
getting down on your hands and knees to
bowl.
find it.
So outlaw.
Picking it up.
Just going blowing water all through the fucking stem. Just putting it out. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, I'm supposed to inhale. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
Throwing up
forgot.
immediately into it.
I guess I already had a
One of my-
contact high. I didn't know how to do it.
One of my favorite I love trying to make my friends laugh if they're hitting a bong, and I'll be like, what if the bong was, instead of filled with water, it was filled with like loose oysters without shells, like all the way to the top, and you had to like inhale through them, and they were like thick and like made
That'd
a
be
disgusting noise when you. I think that would be amazing.
That'd be
I like
awesome.
that.
I love oysters.
I found a guy who made a bong out of a fish tank.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
Did he have the fish? Is it the fish in there?
Yeah.
That's gross.
I bet bong YouTube goes crazy. I bet they're making bongs out of everything.
it does,
Yeah.
but like, all your videos
It all
get
gets age
flagged.
restricted though.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with bong in it is 18 plus
Also,
for some reason.
do you guys remember the Bong Lord? That Australian guy that would smoke through like everything. He'd wear like the ski mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only stopped uploading. I found out recently from one of our Australian viewers. He only stopped uploading because he had a doctor tell him, "You're going to die if you keep smoking like this."
Oh my god.
Because he was ended up doing like just crazy ones. He
He holds
doing,
up
like,
an apple pipe, like a pipe made out of a hollowed out apple. It's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I thought you guys like this shit.
It was like crazy straw type bongs, and he'd be sucking in
He's
really
like-
hard. And
Taking like a control rod from a nuclear reactor and like, carving
Yeah.
out the middle of it.
I'm smoking out of those Homer Simpsons.
Yeah.
smoking off the top of a loaded gun that's right at the tip of his mouth. He hit his finger on the trigger. You gotta stop that.
Doing a
You're
gun
going
dab.
to kill yourself.
That'd be such a dumb guy thing. You make a one hitter out of a gun that you just like is broken now. So every time a
one-shotter.
cop drives by and you're like this. Sitting in a light with a gun in your mouth, like, no, officer, it's weed. And you go, look.
Sucking out of the tip and
Sucking out of the tip, and then you light like where the hammer is, and you're just like,
Kurt Cobain had one of those and he got him confused.
He just got confused.
He was just trying to take a fat rip.
I thought he was trying to take another rip.
that would actually be
shotgun
how
bong.
SWM Vlogs dies.
I mean, he's gonna die because he's just sitting in his chair on pills all the time.
Yeah, he's
Getting no
he
sleep.
lived in Colorado for a while. He moved out to Colorado and he had good weed there, and now he's back in Nebraska and he's
Even
only
better
smoking
weed.
gas station shit. And he's like,
Wait, who's this?
he's
He's
this streamer who's been
A streamer is, I guess you can call him a streamer.
he's a kid who's like wants to be a streamer, and it's been going on for like 10 years, and he's like 26 now, and he always makes new channels.
We were introduced to him because he did a gamer hype house tour with three of like.
Oh,
he-
I've seen
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
one of his friends lived in the like near the kitchen, like and just on a bed.
I'm so curious of like the timeline of this guy, because like the videos that I've seen on the stream from him are like he's in like 3 different houses.
makes
in,
no
like, a
sense.
two-
It's hard to
2-month
keep up
period.
with it. He keeps doing house tours. He's always in a different state.
He was at that house
Yeah.
for like 6 months, and then I think moved back in with his parents, and then moved somewhere else. Then he like moved to Colorado because the problem is he starts like a new channel to do this, and so he's like, all right,
Constantly
I'm done.
rebranding.
I'm done on this.
And it's like Alex said, he's your classic U-Haul lesbian. He's always on the move, new relationship, always chasing a new girlfriend.
He's like Tar in that way.
Yeah. Him just fucking flying down the highway, listening to Tegan and Sarah. He's like, on to the next town,
Vlogs, games, like
leaving all my gaming shit behind.
Yeah, and he had phase in his name for a while,
Yeah,
which I
Phase
think
Vlogs.
it
Phase
wasn't a
Vlogs.
joke. Like it wasn't. He was just unironically saying, "If I put this in my name, people will think I'm in it."
Okay,
But he also
well,
bought himself a TSM jersey, but like called himself FaZe Vlogs.
that's so awesome.
It's so weird.
Me and my friends in high school, we made a YouTube channel called like Machinima or something. Like Machinima, but with one extra.
That was
N, and
you?
We were like,
Oh my god, you're famous.
Yeah, my friends and I
We were
made
like-
Gay William Johnson. It was the same channel with the same videos uploaded to our channel. Woo! Got him. Got his
But
finest.
I
So
think
what was on that
like,
channel?
it was nothing. I don't think we ever actually put anything on there.
Just got a squat on the name.
Yeah.
Well, we could never figure out how to record the screen. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
We were like, how do you record the screen? But we were like, yo, we should make some gamer content, like some COD, like montages and shit. But I was like, we were all so bad at video games.
Yeah, it's such a relatable feeling.
Yeah.
Like you see a COD video and you're like, I could do this. I want to clip myself with my friends. But you usually grow out of that. Like if you're not actually good.
Yeah, then I turned 16 and I was like, okay, now I can drive.
The way this guy streams, he has no set schedule at all, like unsurprisingly, but he'll go live at like 9 a.m. or 1 p.m. or 2:30 a.m. just randomly and not acknowledge anybody, or he'll come and go, "Oh, we got 20 people in here. What's up?" And then not talk again for the next like 20 minutes. And he also, I realized, do you remember on the movie Ants when all the ants are being born from the queen and they're like, worker, soldier, worker? It's like if it was going streamer, soldier. Like they just made people be streamers with no views. They just had to stream. That's him.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so weird.
he's
It doesn't
punching
seem like
in
he's
for
having
a-
fun at all.
He's punching in for a shift at the streaming factory, like for no
well,
one.
what I don't get
someone
is
someone
no.
Oh,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna someone on Twitter pointed out that like that's got to be the saddest thing in the world is like the ice cream's so good. People who are just starting and have like 0 viewers
Yeah.
and are just like standing there doing the idle animation for like 5 hours. No one in there.
Oh God, that there have to be people like that. There's got to be someone
Yes.
doing like the 0 viewer thing, like yapping like a baby bird for food.
But dude, first of all, if they're starting now, that's their fault that they are just jumping in on it and it's already really saturated. But if you're good enough at like making the movements and stuff, you'll still get fame. Like the way TikTok works, you'll still be seen. But I've seen some pathetic attempts so far. I'm like, come on.
I just think it's
Yeah.
annoying with FaZe Vlogs that like he's been living with his parents now for like a year plus, and he keeps making room tour videos, and his room is not changing. Keeps uploading his
Yeah,
setup,
it's
and it's
crazy.
just like a new picture stapled to the wall, but it's a printed out picture of like some wrestler like Bill Goldberg. Being like, all right, this is
like
great,
if,
my new room.
it's like if MTV Cribs went to like Ludacris's house, but for every episode of the season. He's like, "What's up? Let me show you inside." And there's almost nothing
Once
different.
a
Like,
week.
there'll be
A little bit
a
more
little bit different
dust.
fruit on the counter next time.
Yeah, I didn't vacuum. I'm trying out this new oat milk.
It's got to be something like, you know, if John Wayne Gacy had like 37 house tour videos and just at specific points in his, you know, it's like he's trying to tell us something, you know, something's going on in that room that's not good.
I think it's
And
really
he
just
has to
that
cleanse.
his house tour videos were the ones we watched, so those are the ones that get clicks when people go search to actually find his channel. So he's
That
like,
makes
"Damn,
a
they
lot
love
of
this."
sense,
Yeah,
actually.
of
They
course.
love
Well, they don't
this.
get
Yeah.
that many views. They get
But
like
compared to
22.
his other shit,
Yeah,
Maybe.
his other shit gets nothing. We've seen his fucking like gameplay.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
where
yeah, it
he's,
gets nothing,
he's getting beat by the AI in NBA 2K on the easiest difficulty over and
Yeah, and then he
over
rages
over
and he
again.
like slams on his
he
desk. all
breaks
mad.
a controller because he can't hit a layup.
He's playing like I was watching his 2K stream and he's playing it on a graphics card from 2016 and it's 2K23, so the cutscenes are all silhouettes, nothing is loaded in. It looks like PS2 graphics in the main game, and he's playing like the weightlifting mode and like the free throw mode and raging at that because he can't beat the computer. Or like doing one-on-one against the CPU and like getting all pissed
fucking
off.
breaking your controller because E Honda won't chop the car in half. You motherfucker! I was
That guy's
spamming those
just crazy
buttons.
to me. Like there's supposed to be some sort of fail-safe, whether it's
That's
stuff in
what-
your
no,
own
that's what his
brain
little-
or your
that's what his little
friends.
kid
or-
safe is called. The one behind him on the show.
children
His
children
fail-safe.
can beat that game. Anybody can beat that game, and he's just like 10 seconds late to press square. He
Yeah,
just
The
has
Minecraft
if you're
one.
this bad, like why? You should have stopped by now.
Yeah. The Minecraft one is breathtaking. The one that you guys watched on the
Oh,
stream
yeah.
is so funny. He's struggling to do the most basic things in Minecraft.
The game came out when I was in 10th grade.
It's so frustrating to watch because, yeah, again, my 5-year-old nephew knows how to play Minecraft and can build anything, and he's sitting there just like confused as to anything going on. It's so frustrating.
We watched
I
this
can't-
one where he was doing Fortnite duos like random and like a kid's in there and like the first thing he says is like, yeah, I'm a streamer, and is like condescending to the kid when he asks like, are you on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, and the kid asks what his setup's like. He's like, oh, you don't even want my setup's so sick, and he's like listing off his shit, and he finishes by saying, and I have all these multicolor like RGB LED lights. Like, it's not something you can get off of Amazon for $15.
Yeah, you go
Who's
to
paying
like,
for the electricity in your room, bud? Is
also,
it
he has a way worse mic than this kid playing on PlayStation.
Yeah, that was
I tried to tell him how to set up a limiter so many times because he's like, he does that thing where like people telling me I'm too quiet, so I gotta go, and then people are like, you're too loud, and then you're just like, fuck it, whatever. And I tried to tell him like, okay, well, it won't clip if you put the limiter on in OBS. It's built into OBS. And he pulled up the page and it had too many words on it, and he closed it again.
Yeah, well,
Went back to what he was doing.
but it's tough because he's got a busy chat. It's you and it's like 45-year-old.
That's
single
all I said
moms
in there.
in Omaha. It's like,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'll send you gas
that's
money.
like one of the
I'll send you
saddest
gas
things
money
I've
if you
ever
wanna come
seen,
visit.
man. Is like e-dating some, I don't know what website he's even on, but he's e-dating women from like 8 hours away, and he can't go see them.
The website is called
And they have
Anywhere,
nothing in
Anytime.
common.
He's got that plenty of fish cock for sure.
He said he had a girlfriend, right?
For a
in one
while,
of the
but they
videos?
broke up. And he
Oh.
made a breakup video where he was just like, and she's a fucking bitch, and I hate her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's
so
like,
cool.
are you sure it doesn't have to do with you being mentally
Yeah.
13?
It's
Being
funny
like
to
the
imagine a
most immature
high-profile
guy of all
YouTuber
time.
if he broke up with his like high-profile relationship and made a video like, "Hey guys, let's talk," and he's like, "She was a fucking bitch. She was ruining my life." It's like 24 million views.
Making a twit longer,
Yeah.
it's just like, she was a bitch, and she sucked, and I hated
Posting my
her.
bitch longer later.
But he Vince, all those guys, bitch longer. They're all just 500-mile Andes on all those sites. Like,
So
anyone,
awesome.
anywhere, at any time.
They never think about it at all. Like, wait a minute, why do I get no matches anywhere on any website?
They hop on the dating sites and immediately like, women. Does picture matter? No. Range 500 miles, 5,000 miles.
18 to 99,
18 to
500
99,
miles.
500 miles now. Go.
But the fucked up thing is he's not actually interested in them. Like, he's not actually willing to date a woman who's 800 pounds.
oh,
But he's willing to have that woman text him
And offer him
and come
gas
into his
money?
chat and be like, yo, can you like come visit me? And he'll be like,
you want to come visit me, my
I don't
son
know you.
Odin? No.
Like, that makes him feel cool to be that guy, which is very slimy to do to people.
Yeah. He should go on Sniffies.
He should.
advertise his stream on Sniffies.
There you go.
Be like,
I'm sure he's got plenty of odors.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he sits there drinking
No
those.
shortage of
He
Odins.
sits there drinking those 3-liter Stars and Stripes sodas from Dollar General. But
Dollar
he's-
Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Tree. He has it sitting next to him though, warm, and he just uncaps it and he picks up like a baby and he goes,
So fucked up. Why would you want to have generic orange soda? It's like, it's
warm,
worse
too.
than water.
He
Just
wakes
drink
up, he swings his legs off his bed and immediately picks up his Stars and Stripes orange soda off the ground warm and just goes,
It doesn't have caffeine in it. It doesn't have anything. It's just sugar water.
It's sugar. That'll give you
it's
a
got
boost.
Good for you.
It's
good
got
for you.
the
Yeah.
got the food dye he needs to go crazy.
He doesn't want to drink caffeine too late in the night because he won't go to bed. It's hard for him to fall asleep.
Fuck. He like Jack's son. Jack complained about his son when he was like 14 years old. My son ate chips too late. That's what and he has nightmares. That's why I'm up. Ugh, I told him not to. Your son has
Oh, yeah.
nightmares because he eats chips too late in high school? Jesus.
Yeah, that was weird. I was looking at the date on that. Like, I saw it. He was talking about Jack Jr. having nightmares because of eating chips, his son, and I assumed like, oh, you must have been like 5 or something. And I looked at the date and looked at how old Jack Jr. is, and he was like 15. And I'm imagining being 15 and then going to your dad and be like, Dad, I had a nightmare.
Yeah, but like we know that how Jack eats. So Jack Jr. probably ate like 2 bags of chips and
Yeah,
then just
true.
had a stomach ache. And
Yeah,
he's like, oh,
yeah.
I have a nightmare.
He
My
ate a bunch
tummy
of one
hurts."
chip challenges.
family-sized Cape Cod
Yeah.
chip like bags.
He ate one of those triple Christmas popcorns the first day he was in the house.
Just a giant tin of popcorn and caramel corn.
That'd be the grossest. That'd be a good YouTuber challenge. You have to eat one of those entire tins of popcorn with no beverage.
They
It's so
can't do
gross.
any of the challenges.
We were just talking about that popcorn, those tins of popcorn on E1 earlier today when we recorded.
Oh,
it.
great.
great.
Well, edit this out, Alex.
sorry.
We don't wanna-
Yeah, we don't no
Shit.
free promo.
No, I'll tell
no,
Charles.
guys.
I'll tell Charles he has to put it out later.
I'm
He's
glad,
gotta
I'm
pay.
glad we could
Yeah.
catch you on the press store. Press tour still.
Store. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Motherfucker loves fantasy. He's talking about press store. That's a wow. Lady press store.
Hey, Michael, to that I have to say, wow.
Hey.
All right, everyone, thank you for listening. Hesse, thank you for being on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me back on.
Always a
Listen to
pleasure.
Always a
Seeking
pleasure.
Derangements.
Everybody listen to Seeking Derangements.
Yes, listen
Yep.
to Seeking
Check out
Derangements.
Sniffies. Check out Grinder.
Check out Sniffies. Go
But
on
not
Sniffies.
the
Go on
app.
Grinder.
We're of course in
Scruff?
Darren McCarty's band.
Yeah.
No, go to
yeah.
Subway. Go to Subway and check out Grinder.
Oh.
hmm
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Your radio is set on cruise control. Get set for another 45 minutes of non-stop rock and roll. At least 10 great rock songs back to back. Guaranteed.